again, Sagittarius, and welcome back to Divine Duality Tarot. I'm Destiny.
And I'm TJ.
And in today's video, we're going to be doing a general love reading for you, Sagittarius, for the month of November for 2022. So?
Yeah. So, keep in mind, this is a general love reading for Sagittarius. If you are not a Sagittarius, this may not resonate with you with your personal story at all for November. If you are interested in watching the video for your sign, please go check out the one for your sign. If you are interested though, if you have a Sagittarius in your life and you're curious as to what could be going on with them, please stick around and see what we got for you. I guess with that, let's go ahead and get this party started.
Yes. He's gonna do a spread where it's Sagittarius, your energy's on this side, and then your partner's on this side, and then your mutual point of interest for your guys' relationship is in the middle. So he's just gonna pull those out, and then we'll talk about it and see how it goes from there. What?
If anything doesn't make sense, we do have a second deck there for
with
clarification.
My beautiful moss agate, new moss agate crystal on top of it.
What is the interest for November? I might have to try doing
There you go.
the other thing.
Where you pull them instead?
Yeah.
Okay. Do what you gotta do, babe. You got this.
Because they both feel right. What is the energy between them? That one fell as well.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is go over, just as a reminder, we're going to go over Sagittarius's energy in this relationship. We're going to discuss your interest, and then we're going to discuss the relationship in and of itself as it pertains to both. And then at the very end, we'll
give some advice from the wizard deck that we got going on.
But we're not going to give any advice until we find out what even is going on with you guys.
Correct.
Do you want to read for Sagittarius, or do you want to read for the other party?
I can read for the other party this time.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Strange. You want to switch seats?
No.
Or am I going to reach over you?
You're going to reach over me.
Okay, well. Do you want to start, or am I going to tell him?
You tell him.
I'm so not used to this. Normally she reads for the sign.
You tell him.
So, all right, well, let's get this party started. So, Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is creativity, ambition, very forethought individual, kind of getting their stuff together. And then you have the Tower. Now, the Tower is, a very specific moment in time where a pattern is broken, a change to your support structure, a weakening of bonds, like a very sudden change. And she'll be, I think your best description of it is the rug being pulled out from under you. It's
ripping
just
it right out
of nowhere.
Like.
And then, just like that.
Yeah.
Except normally when that rug's pulled out from under you, you fall as well.
Yeah.
Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. It's a new start. Not always for the best, not always for the worst, but with it being a pentacle, normally pentacles have a lot more to do with physical possessions, material wealth.
Materialistic.
Money.
I'm a material girl.
Okay. And then we have the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess is into intuition.
Going with your gut.
The subconscious mind.
Gut feelings. That is my card. I love that card.
What are you seeing here as their
I'm
overall...
thinking that they're creative and ambitious, and it's causing a big change in their life, which is causing a new beginning for something to come in with a lot of material and maybe a lot of money. And it's causing them to use their intuition, and it's causing them to get their moment of truth out there and be stable and using their gut feelings. Because sometimes this Tower card isn't a bad card. A lot of the times people think it's negative, which if you look at it, it looks very negative, but it's not always a negative aspect of the deck. Unlike the Devil normally is bad. Very bad. I'm about to clarify that Tower, though.
Can you also clarify the High Priestess? Because
Yes.
let me explain what I see with these three, and you may not need to clarify that. What I'm seeing is Sagittarius has been in a rut, and then in November, there is going to be a creative moment. Something new is going to come to mind, and it's going to completely upend everything going on, which is going to be the start of a new beginning. But I'm not too sure if what this card is telling me is this moment causing you to lose sight of your intuition?
I don't
Or
think
is
that.
it going to be something is from the outside going to cause the intuition to not be in the forefront?
I don't
Because
see that
the
at all.
place in it is weird, though.
But if you think about it, they've got creativity and ambition. They have a moment in their life that's changing, something that's completely and utterly backwards,
Right.
and then something new happened.
As a result of.
As a result of this, something new happened that is causing them to think with their intuition and their gut. There you go.
What's this for?
High Priestess.
Okay.
I have a whole file over here for the other. And nothing else is coming out for the High Priestess. Okay. So we got the Hangman, or the Hanged One in this deck, looking at things from a new perspective. You gotta look at things from somebody else's point of view, or you looking at things from a different point of view, as in you looking outside of yourself while looking at yourself.
Quarter has two sides. Turn it around, you see the other side.
Yes.
Different perspectives.
Temperance, patience. You're thinking with patience. Like, you need to use that temperance and that not forcing aspect, that not forcing things to happen, and you want to seek your balance and understanding. So, and then you have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is grief and disappointment. And it can also be that you're sad because you're looking at the 3 cups that are spilled, but you still have 2 cups behind you that are just upright and full of emotions and full of happiness. But you're focusing on the bad things, and you need to take a moment to turn it around and turn your whole body around. Case in point in this, flip your body, look at it from a different perspective. You can see the other 2 cups. Is your glass half empty, or is your glass half full? If you look at it half full, then it's better that way.
I think this Tower moment is there's going to be a look from another angle, and it's going to cause one of those 2 things. Is either grief or balance. It's going to create both, but one of them is going to have to be predominant. And I think that confusion is why, that's where I'm coming from with the Priestess being your intuition's kind of blocked. And this is what's sealing that for me is the Hermit. The Hermit is going within yourself to find answers, is introspection. And
Soul searching.
I think you're not sure of your gut. And that's what
I'm telling you.
I'm calling that one as you have encountered November is going to be a month of a sudden change, and you're not going to be sure about it.
I'm telling you right now,
that's what I'm
that
saying.
No matter what's happening, always, and I mean this with the utmost like seriousness, that deep dark feeling you can feel in the pit of your stomach when something isn't feeling right, or if you feel that something is overly cool or overly happy, go with those feelings, because if you don't, you're gonna fuck yourself.
And know that going with those feelings may not always feel the greatest, because sometimes the hardest path is the one that hurts the most, but that hardest path can be the only one that leads you through the forest into the open field. That was a lame metaphor, but either way it goes, the easiest thing isn't always the best,
right?
And the hardest thing could be the way out, could be the answer. And I think this moment is like going into this relationship, this energy is powerful and confusing.
It is. I can agree with that. Okay, on with your partner, Sagittarius. I'm seeing that we got judgment. And judgment is to accept failure, to let go of things, to forgive and accept and reconcile with someone or something. Maybe they're giving you forgiveness or accepting your forgiveness. Maybe something happened in your life that you need acceptance and forgiveness with, and they're taking it as they're going to forgive you, or they're going to accept that and reconcile with everything that's going on. And then you got the Five of Cups. Like I explained, they're looking at the three in front of them, and they're not seeing the two full cups standing upright behind them. They're looking at the ideas that keep failing and failing and failing, and then they're not seeing the good ones. And like, they are going through a lot of grief and disappointment because of having to give forgiveness and acceptance. And let me see that again. The Nine of Cups is satisfaction. So once they've given you forgiveness and accepted everything and reconciled and get over the grief and disappointment, they're gonna have satisfaction in the relationship. They're gonna have satisfaction in their life. They're just gonna be fantastic and great and happy, and everything's gonna be peachy keen. What do you see?
For this individual, what I'm seeing is somebody who I think that they've given up and fallen into what they see as satisfaction. They have seen, they have experienced their judgment of this situation. They've accepted whatever this is as it is what it is. Like, you know, if somebody drops something on your foot, like, well, somebody dropped something on my foot, I guess that's that. You know, they have seen the situation for what it is, and it's causing them grief. But that grief, I think, has led to a very askew sense of what success actually is. They think that they have satisfaction, but there's no satisfaction there. They're not putting satisfaction into this relationship. And I think that they think they are.
Yeah.
But their judgment and their grief are butting heads.
Yeah?
Whoever this person is, they're not putting in
as much effort as they should.
Like, and I think the effort that they're not putting in coincides with the Cups. They're not being emotionally
vulnerable.
They're
not being emotionally there, and they need to be. So, moving on to your guys' bridging moment and the energy between you guys. Like,
what is this relationship?
Like, you guys have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is stability. You have stability, but what is it causing? You have the stability, you have the fulfillment and emotions and happiness, and like bringing those on. So the stability in emotions and happiness and fulfillment, and you're just overall happy. Y'all may have stuff going on separately, and that may be causing some turmoil for you each individually, but it's just making your guys' relationship a little bit stronger.
that leads into the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is a new phase in something, the completion of something else. It is one thing is done, something has completed full circle. It's not, you just dropped it on the ground and stopped. Something has finished. A phase of a relationship, a phase of a romance, a phase of something. Something has reached its peak and has ended. Which is then following with the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is generosity. So I'm kind of, what do you see their relationship actually, what is going on here? There's, I feel like maybe there was a really good situation going on.
And then because of your moment, of your Tower moment, that ended that cycle between you guys of the happiness and the stability and the fulfillment, and caused you guys to maybe just be
a lack of generosity. Do you think maybe the relationship is...
Yeah, I'm thinking that you guys just aren't in it anymore.
Maybe there is some kind of a rough patch that came up. I don't want to say it's about money, but that Tower moment being flanked by a new beginning with material wealth makes me wonder if...
I'm clarifying what the completion of the cycle was for the Wheel of Fortune. What is the completion of that cycle? Why is the Wheel of Fortune there? Why is the Wheel of Fortune in that spot? Why is the Wheel of Fortune there? Why is the Wheel of Fortune there? Yep. Okay.
So we have the... When
this needs to be like not upright version of the meaning. I don't think this is happiness in wealth. I think this is supposed to be upside down, and it's not wealth in this situation.
Well, happiness and wealth can play into a meaning. So, yeah, the Ten of Pentacles, just the basic description is the Ten of Pentacles is wealth. It's success.
It's fulfillment in wealth and success.
Yeah. And you have the Five of Wands with that, which is being overwhelmed, being dramatic. I wonder if wealth caused the drama.
Yeah, probably.
And that leads into the Chariot.
Do you have the same values? Do you have the same values with somebody else? Or the same vision?
The vision, the plan to establish.
You're supposed to be planning to establish your relationship. So with this going on your side and that going on with them, your fulfillment and your stability and your happiness for emotions, this Wheel of Fortune, the completion of that cycle, is the completion of your relationship.
I think something's going to happen with Sagittarius. I think something's going to happen with you when it comes to money. Something big's going to happen. I don't think they're going to give a shit about it. They're not going to support you in your pursuit of money. Something is going to happen. I think in a job. Either
you're going to lose your job, or you're going to come across a shit ton of money.
Or promotion or something. Or a new job. Something.
Because the Ace of Pentacles is new beginning, and Pentacles is earth and materialistic things. So a new beginning and a new job and a new way of making money.
And I think what's going to happen is your intuition's clouded. You're not sure if you're going to do it because this person is not throwing in their emotional support. If you have an idea that can completely upend everything and make your life better, and all you're getting is, maybe, or maybe they just don't want to do anything different because they have their perceived success. You have two high-paying people.
And they may not like change.
Exactly. They may not like change. So what they're seeing potentially is the end of their cycle And people that don't like change don't like new cycles. I mean, it's
I'm
change.
recommending that you go with the hermit and you go in to find some shit for yourself. Go inside, think about things for yourself, and maybe that means walking away for a minute.
I mean, that's what this is saying, is go within yourself about your intuition. The
Mhm.
hermit is your intuition.
Yeah, you have to be able to find your intuition. Will you quit bouncing your leg?
I'll try.
Thank you. But you have to go within yourself to find your intuition, because if you can't use your own intuition, how are you supposed to get through life?
Yeah, nobody's going to hold your hand through it.
Yeah, you're at the point where you need to make your own decision on this, and your relationship with this other person relies on your decision.
Yeah, you need to take the lead, and you need to understand that your decision, like you have a big jumping off point. This is going to be a big choice. It really is, because that's a tower moment. Tower moments are huge moments.
Yeah.
Look at it from every angle, but like she said, use your intuition.
Yeah, I mean,
And this person needs to get up off their ass and start actually giving you some emotional support, because they're boring right now.
they're boring. No.
They're boring, yeah.
I
I know what you're doing, but I'm taking
That's
this
fine.
person
Okay.
is the problem.
So what I'm gonna do is don't take that card. I'm just shuffling at this point. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask the deck a couple questions. Main one is, how should Sagittarius respond to what's going on? And then, what advice do we have, and how should you do it? So, Sagittarius. I didn't even ask the damn question. I didn't even ask anything yet.
I heard a question.
Sagittarius is oh my god. Sagittarius' advice for November. These cards are like, bitch, listen.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It was 5.
Huh?
It was 5.
Yes. I think I'm gonna ask one more question and see if anything comes out. Okay. Advice for Sagittarius. You grab the top one. Anything else for Sagittarius to know?
Nope.
Anything else? No. Okay. I just love the art on this deck.
There is, emotion is going to be the biggest thing here.
Yes, emotion,
You have
fulfillment,
3 emotions.
and passion. Both of these are passion. So emotions and passions and okay. Page of Cups. Flirty and romantic. So maybe bringing back some flirtation and romance in your life and in your relationship will help with whatever is going on in this area. The Queen of Cups is to open up. You need to open up about your flirting and romance and maybe your feelings. And with the 9 of Wands, it's to be self-reliant, and maybe you have a little bit of difficulty with your fulfillment, which we already know that is the case with your emotions, with your happiness, and with wealth. Like, we know you have a little bit of difficulty with that fulfillment.
And with that fulfillment, I mean, you have the 10 of Cups, which is literally fulfillment. This
Difficulty
is
with it.
the 10 of Cups?
You did, yeah, difficulty
man,
with
I'm
their
like-
fulfillment. So, sorry.
No.
They're having difficulty. You are having difficulty with that.
Which leads into the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is defensiveness. It's boundaries. It's hitting that wall.
Yeah.
And which brings us to the World, which is a new phase in a relationship, a confidence, learning lesson. I'm seeing here that Sagittarius, what I'm seeing for you is you are going to have to use your skills to get this person to see, and when I say skills, I mean your emotional skills, your flirty skills, your romantic skills,
your basic human skills,
any feminine attraction quality that you can present, mostly with emotions, I think, is what you really need to do for this Nine of Wands to get kind of fulfilled, the self-reliance, to show them that they don't have to only be self-reliant.
And I feel that you are already a very feminine person because you have the Queen of Wands, you have the High Priestess, you have like all of the feminine qualities in that.
Use it.
Use your feminine side, like,
and get, you know, if you've been very masculine toward this person, maybe it's time, maybe that masculinity has pushed them into thinking that they're on their own, which is why they're not giving you anything in return.
Yeah.
So you can counter and show them that they don't have to only be self-reliant, and they can get that fulfillment. But that's going to require dropping some boundaries, dropping some of those barriers. If there is a solid wall between you,
just so you're able
ideas can't flow through.
And just so you're able to get your like relationship back. Start the new phase in your relationship by celebrating your guys' love as a whole. Imagination.
Sagittarius, what you gotta do is just look at this person through a different point of view. Understand that, yeah, they're being complacent, they're being boring, they're probably just sitting around all day watching the fucking TV when you're trying to actually make things better. You are working hard. That work is gonna pay off, but only if you trust your intuition.
Yes.
And make a
move.
And
the only way it's gonna happen is if you can go in and find your intuition by looking at things from a new perspective.
And whatever this phase is that's coming to an end in November, you got to take it head on. You have to take it head on.
But on that note, we hope that the advice that we gave can help. You don't have to take the advice. We recommend you do, but we can't force you to do anything.
You have free will.
You have the opportunity to make those choices. But we highly recommend going with your gut and your intuition to find the missing pieces of the things that you need.
Well, with that, let us know if this resonated with you. Let us know if, in the comments below, let us know if it is an issue with your intuition, if this person is just a lazy slob. But like, subscribe, and last thing I got is, you know, Sagittarius, get through November, and we will see you in December.
We will see you in December.